All right, boys and girls, this is day 2, 3, 4, whatever we need to do the multiplication and division word problems. How to create your own word problem. And we have a cool way to try and figure this, to try and work this out. So I'm going to show it to you guys. So we're going to create multiplication word problems. And so remember this that we had before. We have this really nice triangle that has our fact family in it. So think, when we multiply, it's like we're doing that repeated addition. The number, the answer that we get is called our product. It's the biggest number. It goes up here. So this is from multiplication. So to create a multiplication word problem, we have this wonderful acronym called Foom to help you remember these steps. So first we need a fact family. You pick one that you already know, that you're really comfortable with this number, this fact family, to be able to do this. And then you're going to need some type of object holder. You need something to hold the little objects, and you're going to need some objects, and then you're going to need a main character. So the F is fact family, object holder, objects, and then the main character. So let's try this. So we have a fact family. I need to come up with my fact family. And we are going to use the fact family of 8 times 2 equals 16, because count by 2s is kind of easier. And then we need an object holder, something to hold some objects. How about plates? So we're going to use our plates. We have 8 times 2 equals 16. We have plates. And then we need some objects. Our objects are going to be cookies, because those can go on plates, so it needs to kind of make sense. So we have 8 times 2 equals 16. Our plates, our cookies, and our main character is going to be Mickey Mouse. All right. So we're going to be able to create a word problem using this information. So I have this information. I've written it all out. Okay. Mickey Mouse has 8 plates. On each plate, there are 2 cookies. How many cookies does Mickey Mouse have all together? And so I'm using these words like each and all together. If you use all together in your question, then we're going to know that this is multiplication. And using the word each. So we're putting those on there. So I have this fact family. I have my main character. So even though this is our last thing we do, we want to start with that. Mickey Mouse has, and we talk about the plates. And on there, on the plates, he has the cookies, the object. And then we ask the question, how many cookies does he have all together? So all together, Mickey Mouse has 16. Mickey Mouse has 16 cookies. Yay, Mickey. Okay, here's another one. We're going to use 4 times 3 equals 12. Object holder is pots. I'm going to have some flowers in those pots. So it's not cooking pots, it's going to be flower like vases. And my main character in this case is going to be Barbie. So writing it all out, I have Barbie. She has some pots, and then she has, you figure out she has how many pots you want to use, whichever one of these. How many flowers, you use this other one. How many does she have all together will be this answer. So let's work this out. Barbie had 4 pots. In each pot there are 3 flowers. How many flowers does Barbie have all together? Okay, so all we did was took these pots, we're starting it out. Start with Barbie. Barbie had, and you go to your first number, 4 pots. In each, you start with those words, in each pot there are, and you start with the next number, 3 flowers. How many flowers do we have all together? So she has 12 flowers. So your turn. Fact family, pick one that you're super comfortable with. Whoops, go back to that. So I'm going to give you guys one, and then maybe you can do this one. Let's do 2 times 2 equals 4. Think about an object holder that you could have. Anything at all that you want to do. I'm going to go with boxes. Boxes. And inside that boxes, I'm going to have shells, seashells. You can do anything you want, anything that can hold your objects you can have. And then the main character can be me, Mrs. Klein. When I start writing, I start right here. Mrs. Klein has, I'm going to go to my first number, 2, and my first thing, boxes. 2 boxes. She has, go to my next thing, 2 seashells in, I'm using that word, each box. Now I go with my question. How many seashells does she have all together? And that makes my multiplication problem. So I have 2 times 2 equals 4, and there's seashells all together. Okay? All right, say the steps to creating a multiplication word problem. So try and remember what those were. Step 1, what was step 1? What did you have to do first? You had to come up with, I hope you just said, a fact family. Step 2, what did we have to do with step 2? We had to come up with our object holder. So that's the O, F-O, oh, we have another O. And then step 3 is, we got object holder. Now we need objects, so objects. And then step 4 is we need M, which is main character. All right, boys and girls, your next day will be to learn division word problems.